Good day, Louisians. This is now fourth quarter. Before we start our lessons for the fourth quarter, short reminder. Day number 1 or always in the different weeks from week 1 to week 8, day number 1 will serve as your demonstration. Once we said demonstration, it's up to you if you're going to do it or not. And your activity for each week will be on the day number 2. So day number 1 is your basis in order for you to do or finish your day number 2, which is your activity for the week, which is activity for each week from week 1 to week 8. So, ulitin ko. So, day number 1, ito po yung basis natin para magawa or para matapos po natin yung activity natin for the week. And yung activity po ninyo is day number 2. So, that will be recorded and checked. So, day number 1 is your basis. So, i-demonstrate ko yung day number 1. So, it's up to you na lang po kung gagawin nyo siya or hindi. Basta, day number 1 will be your basis because that is your demonstration, and your activity for the week will be always day number 2. So once we finish week 1 to week 8, then ilang activity? 8 activities po dapat ang matapos po natin. Okay? So to start with, let us start with the week number 1, day number 1. So later on, I will be showing short demonstration on how are you going to finish your activity for the day number or your activity for the week 1, which is located on the day number 2. Okay, so for the week 1 objective, we're going to identify and describe the AND operator in database query. Next, apply the AND operator in a database query or using the query design view. So to start with, paano nga ba or ano nga ba yung sinasabi nating AND operator? Once you hear the word AND. So once we said AND operator, so we have here AND and OR operator. So once we said AND operator, one of the criteria should meet in order for the query to show information. So let's say for example on the illustration presented here in your module, we have here two criteria. So first criteria will be male and second criteria will be grade 7. So kailangan ma-meet nung query or ma-meet nung mga records yung male at saka grade 7. So ano yung sinasabi kong ma-meet nung record yung male at saka grade 7? So kailangan dapat meron tayong record na male, lalaking grade 7. So kung sakaling wala tayong grade 7 pero meron tayong male students or all of them are male students but we don't have grade 7 student, then it will not show any information. Kasi we are looking for male and grade 7. Male and grade 7. So pag sinabi naman nating or, so it's either of the two are present. So male or grade 7. So kung meron tayong male at wala tayong grade 7 students, may papakita ba siyang information? Yes, meron po. Kasi we use OR operator. But for now, we're going to discuss or I'm going to demonstrate and identify first the AND operator. So this is an example, or this one, is an example of the AND operator. Ayan po yung itsura ng AND operator once you are going to implement it in our query design grid. So we have here male and grade 7 students. So kung wala tayong grade 7 but we have male student, it will not show any information po. Okay? Because we are looking for male grade 7. So for better understanding, let's have a short demonstration. So we have here your demonstration, activity number 1 using the AND operator. So for number 1, create a new database and save it as other operators, dash your last name, comma your first name. Then create a new table in the database and save it as students. Then after that, we are going to create a new field names for the database table. So open your Microsoft Office Access. Then click blank desktop database. Then after that, type in the file name, pero if you want to change the location or the path of your file, then you can just click the small folder here, then click or locate the path that you want to save your file. So file name will be other operators dash your last name, example my last name, then my first name, then click OK, then click create. After clicking create, we have here we can now create our table by clicking our design view. Design view, then the name of our table will be students, then click OK. Then after that, we are going to type in the following field names that is needed for the database table, and that is no other than student ID, last name, first, that will be auto number, then last name, first name, middle initial, then section, gender, grade, level. Okay, they are also short text except for the student ID. Then of course our student ID will serve as our primary key. Then click the datasheet view to see the result of our database or to see the result of our database table. So we are going to type in sample records that we can use for our query so we can see the result of our query. So step number 4, you're going to type in the all information if you want to do this activity. But for me, I'm going to type in the necessary information because this is only a demonstration. So, mag-type lang tayo ng, or let's just type sample information. Last name will be Bravo. Johnny. C. Section will be first section sabihin na lang natin. Then gender, male. Then grade level, grade 7. Then we have wait. Okay, then first section, then female, then grade 7 also. Okay, the next example natin is dagdagan ko lang to see the result. First section then male. Then ito naman is grade 8. Okay, then press Ctrl S to save the information that is stored in our database table. Then next, let us create now our query by clicking create menu. So create menu, then click query design. Okay, this is query design. Query design tool, then let us add the student information or the student table into our query design view by clicking the student table, then click add. After that, click close to close the show table dialog box. The next, let us add the information that is needed for our query. So let's add all of them. So you can just double click the field names to the lower pane of our design grid, or you can just click then drag, pero pwede rin namang gamitin ang drop down button. Okay, so we have 3 ways to add information or to add field names to our lower pane of our query design grid. So we have number 1 is the drop down button. You can use also click and drag, then you can use also double click. But for me, I'm going to use double click since we are going to add them all. So double click the field name, then it will automatically add to our lower pane. Okay, then after that, let us now enter our constant query or a constant criteria for our query. So once we set constant criteria or constant query, this cannot be changed or hindi po to pwedeng baguhin. So hindi po to pwedeng baguhin ng mga users or mga users natin. Ang pwede lang magbago nito is us as a database programmer. Okay? Tayo lang po ang pwedeng magbago dito kasi nga we are the database computer programmer and we create this uh, database system. Okay, so our constant query will start as at equal sign. So below of the gender, we are going to search all male students. Okay, all male students, so we are going to use constant query. So pag sinabing constant query, meron siyang double quotation mark. Reminder, double quotation mark. It is not two single quotation marks. So how are you going to do the double quotation mark into your keyboard? So into your keyboard, press and hold the shift key, then press the quotation mark. Okay, magiging double quotation mark po yun. Okay, hindi po pwede yung dalawang single quotation. Dalawang single quotation or two single quotation mark, it is not double quotation mark. It should be double quotation mark. Okay, then double quotation mark, shift, then double quotation mark to do that. Then we are looking for male or all male student, then press shift, then double quotation mark again. Okay, so it is not two single quotation mark ha, double quotation mark. Then we are looking for all male students, so we are done already on the gender, pero hindi lang po yun yung hinahanap natin. We're also looking for male student which are grade 7. So, male student which are grade 7. So, naghahanap tayo ng mga lalaking grade 7. So, dito sa grade level, anong grade level ang hinahanap natin? Grade 7. So, again, we're going to use constant query. So, then we are looking for grade 7. Okay? Grade 7. And reminder po pala, make sure that your record on the table, the spelling of your record on the table should match your constant query. Let's say for example, nilagay mo dito male na word, pero ang nilagay mo dito sa table ay letter M as the male na word. Hindi po niya masusearch yan kasi wala siyang mahanapang male na word. Kasi nga, yung record mo ay letter M. Parang ganon. Okay? So, yung spelling dito should match here or the spelling here. Okay? So, that is for the query or the AND operator. So, let's try to run our query in order for us to see the result of our query if it is correct or not. So, click datasheet view. You can just click datasheet view or you can just click run. Okay? Itong run. Okay, then datasheet view or run, pwede po. So, it's the same. So, click datasheet view to show. So, ang nagpakita lang po ay si Johnny Bravo, which is male, grade 7. So, let's see our table. So, in our table, we have male grade 7 na dalawa. We have male grade 7 na isa and we have also male na grade 8 na isa. So, bakit hindi nahanapan ni query si Robin Padilla? Bakit hindi niya nahanapan? Kasi nga, since male pa rin naman siya, hindi siya magpapakita because grade 8 po siya. Okay, grade 8 po siya and our query is looking for all male grade 7 students. So that is the power of the AND operator. So we're looking for male and grade 7 student. Okay, male and grade 7 students. That's why hindi po magpapakita si Robin Padilla because Robin Padilla is grade 8 male students. Okay? Grade 8 male students. So that is how the AND operator works. Okay? Now, that is for our demonstration for the week number 1, day number 1. So, good luck to your activity for the week 1, day number 2. So, you're going to do it without our demonstration. Pero kung sakaling gusto nyong balikan tong demonstration or panoorin tong demonstration ulit, then you can just do that in order for you to do the day number 2, week number 1. You're going to use again the AND operator. So for your activity on the day number 2 is this. So create a new database and save it as inventory system dash your last name comma your first name. Then in the new database, create the new table and save it as customer. Now create the following field names below with their assigned data types. So these are the following field names for your customer table. The next, now enter at least 5 imaginary record to the table. And may I suggest, please type in also your information number for the first record to make the database unique and to make the database na sa'yo talaga yon. Okay? Sa'yo talaga yon. Please enter your information on the first part on the record. Okay? Parang dapat number 1 ka dito. Then the 4 will be imaginary. Okay? To make for the ownership of your database para kahit hindi na kayo mag-video. I-send nyo na lang sa akin yung file, or kung sakaling hindi nyo ma-send sa akin yung file, then you can just picture the result of your database. Picture the result of your database from the table up to the query design up to the result of your query. So kung sakaling hindi nyo or ayaw nyo na or pwede nyo na po siyang hindi i-video, pero make sure na mapicturean nyo po ng malinaw yung table or result ng table, then design grid, yung query design, which is this one. Okay, which is this one, dapat mapicturean. Then lastly will be the run view or the datasheet view or result ng query po natin. So make sure na mapicturean nyo yan kahit wag na po kayong mag-video. Okay? And make sure na yung first information ay information nyo po. First information on the record will be your information. So, pwedeng picture at pwede rin pong file, kahit wag nyo na pong i-video. Picture or file na lang po. For pag picture, each activity dapat meron kayong 3 picture for this week. For this week, yung picture nung table, result nung table, yung picture nung query design, and then yung picture nung result nung inyong query. Okay, so that will be for week 1. Kahit picture or send me the file. Pwedeng send me the file or picture. So dalawa na lang yun. Kahit wag na kayong mag-video. The next step, then create a new query and add to the query the customer table. Then double-click all the field names of the table to add it all to the lower pane. Then now, add the following criteria below. So, for the age, 14. For the gender, male. Then save your new query as AND operator. Okay, save your new query as AND operator by pressing Ctrl S. So, for this activity on the day number 2, you should show information of your customer which has age 14 male students. So, male, bakit students? 14 male customers. Okay, 14 years old male customers. Again, 14 years old male customers, yun lang dapat ang magpakita na information sa inyong query. Okay, so that will be for the week number 1. Good luck into your activity, Louisians.